it feels like meme tokens are popping up daily. And I think that's because they are. I went into a number of them recently. I'm going to update you on what happened from the point that I bought, where my portfolio is at now, what I'm anticipating, what I'm planning. And so I'm going to just walk you through some technical analysis and how I am making my decisions moving forward. I'm Joanna Garzilli. This is Crypto Angel Network. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. We just reached a milestone of 3,000 subscribers, which is in a 4-month period. And I am so grateful for each one of you who have participated here, for lighting up that bell to get my notifications, for liking and for sharing the videos. So I want to get into with you my recent buys that I did. You'll see from my playlists that I have a section which is top meme coins. And right now I am currently in Pig, Lion, Shiba Inu, Akita Inu. And then I'm in these, I'm also in, these aren't animal ones, but I'm in Safe Mars and Safe Moon. And they're all attached to US dollar Tether. They're all in Gate.io. That's where I've traded them. And there is a link in the bio if you do want to trade in Gate. I will say also that I know what I'm seeing is that there's an excitement to going into these tokens that have social currency. And I do believe that social currency is going to be here to stay, because that is being proven that what has happened with Dogecoin. And I think that we are going to continue to see a trend of all these different tokens with these character sort of type of like crypto doggies just came out. And then there's Feg. And I know someone here on the channel said, well, Feg's not a meme, but it's a gorilla. I mean, anything with an animal, anything that's some type of that you can do cartoon based. I am going to put them in meme coin categories because Cardano, Harmony One, Ethereum, Polkadot, they're not meme based in any way. Those are ecosystems. I mean, it's totally, totally different. So for those of you who are newer to crypto, I want to be able to make that distinction. Now, I've just released another video that I did on US dollar Tether. I'm very, very bullish on Gate token. I'm quite heavily in that as well. But I am watching carefully. I do want to just let you know, because I want to be transparent, that I am concerned about some deeper research I'm doing with US dollar Tether. So I'm going to I am going to reiterate what I feel around things that I'm just watching very, very carefully. I'm not making any drastic moves right now. I am just observing. And let me just get into that. Let me just show you. Okay, so stick with me here, because I think it is very, very important. I want you to be able to do your own due diligence. It is absolutely critical. And, this is just coming off. This was a press release here. And again, I'm not trying to go with negatives here. I don't want any FUD. But for those of you who are newer and excited, just know the risk. It's that the higher the potential for reward, the higher the risk as well. And certain tokens that maybe don't move at such a startling pace with massive gains, that's because it's sort of like that tortoise and the hare, slow and steady wins the race, so to speak. And we've got to remember that crypto is highly volatile and we can lose everything at any time, which is slightly terrifying. It's exciting and it's terrifying. Then in my personality, I've always been attracted to risky things, and I try and temper that risk and find balance. So here, the reason I bring this up before we go into my technical analysis and what I'm seeing for these price of the meme coins, and I feel bullish on the meme coins as well. I just want to say that too. So I'm not panicking right now, but I'm definitely concerned. So we just had a little while back, a couple of months ago, that Bitfinex was they had to pay an $18.5 million fine because of mixing funds between Bitfinex and Tether. And so, I mean, you can't go and mix funds. You just can't do that. Now, you can watch my US dollar Tether video where I go into more detail on this. I want to just take you over here a sec to an older article. This is older. And again, I'm not saying there's anything to worry about, but I am watching closely. So this article's back in 2017. The founders of Tether, who are the founders of Bitfinex, this is Paradise Papers reveal Bitfinex's Devasini. Devasini is the CFO of Tether, and Potter established Tether already back in 2014. So I guess before their official announcement, there was part of a data leak, and that they had established Tether in the British Virgin Islands. And British Virgin Islands, at the moment within the UK, the UK has given all corporations that typically, there's thousands of them that are shell companies, that they have to be able to show that they are real companies to provide proper evidence for that. Otherwise, they are going to be totally banned from being able to do business in the UK. And so Bitfinex's Giancarlo Devasini and Philip Potter have been identified in this Paradise Papers leak, and that they were doing things that were untoward. And it wasn't just them. There's a number of companies here. I mean, among those companies, there was included Facebook, Twitter, Apple, like some big companies in there as well. And then some other countries here. So, I mean, this is just the thing of doing business. But let me just go down to here. I want to just show you this other part. Again, I'm not saying there's anything to worry about. Just looking at little red flags here, small red flags. I just want you to pay attention. Just pay attention. Just want you to be aware. So this document said that, here we go. Let me just see. Philip Potter, Bitfinex's chief strategy officer, worked for Morgan Stanley in the 1990s, was fired from the company after Mr. Potter was featured in the 1997 New York Times article that portrayed him as shallow and materialistic. Well, a lot of people are in finance. Little is known of Mr. Devasini's background other than he founded a computer hardware company during the 90s. He was fined 100 million Italian lira in 1996 for selling pirated copies of Microsoft software. So he's done naughty things back then. And when you look him up online, or you look up information on Van der Velde as well, there's just not much out there. It just sort of says like, oh, they've run these companies, they're successful. And Tether is registered offshore. And I understand Richard Branson has Virgin registered offshore with British Virgin Islands, which is a huge, I mean, we all know Virgin brand. I'm just saying that, that this investigation has been resolved and everything seems to be okay. But I just think it's important to watch closely. Just watch closely. That's all I'm saying in the months ahead. And let's look at the positive, right? The bullish news is that Tether is now available on Coinbase, right? So that was announced on May the 3rd, 13 days ago. Today's recording is May the 16th here. And so that makes me feel good that US dollar Tether is on Coinbase, because Coinbase is super compliant. It has cooperated fully with the SEC, with the OAG. And you can see there, with the exception of New York State. And New York State, I mean, they are tough. We just know they're tough. That's where Wall Street is. And but this is good news. I mean, this is good news. And 30 billion, I think when I looked in the past 24 hours, the trading for Tether was around 60 billion. So, Tether, I think, is creating a lot of exciting things where we do have all these different currencies, these different coins that are coming up, right? These different trading pairs. And if something happens to Tether and some example is made of them, because they are such a sphere of influence within crypto, there is the potential that it could be devastating for a number of social currency type projects that haven't yet made it over to exchanges where you can have a trading pair of just US dollar, right? Instead of just US dollar Tether. Now, I'm still extremely bullish on Gates just going through some retracement at the moment. And but you can see a lot of these trading pairs here are US dollar Tether. So I just wanted to let you know how I'm thinking, what I'm doing, and you've got to do your own due diligence. And what I'm saying here is not investment advice. But I've just like started to see all this information, and I just want to be clear with you with that. You let me know in the comments what you think. So let's just look at a couple of different things. Let's just start off with Gate here a sec, very quickly, as of today's date, where we are. Let's just go full screen on this and take a look at this on the charts, right? So right now, because Gate just pumped so much recently, let's just extend this line here all the way down. So this kept going down here, that's to here, it went to here, and then it bounced right around just over $8. It went back up to retest this semi resistance line of $10, and then it came back down, and we can see right now on the RSI indicator it is underbought. I mean, it's not being bought right now. I mean, this is a low, and it is where are we at? We're on the 15-minute. It has broken down a bit in its retracement. So let's see, that next line of support that's here is at $7.80. I had done a video on Gate yesterday that you can see as well under the Gate IO section. And so we've got to just see now, let's just take a line here. Well, we don't need to take a line. I mean, we're going to see from here, this could be, from this support, we need to see where it's going to go next. Is it going to bounce off of here, or is it going to go lower? And just remember that Gate pumped a lot recently. I mean, a lot. So someone had said in the comments that they felt like they'd made a fatal mistake getting Gate buying in at $12. It went up to $13. They're very, very worried. This is normal for those of you who are newer into cryptocurrency, that there's a type of pullbacks that it is very common for a token to pump like crazy and then retrace 30%, 40%, even 50%, that it can happen, especially in things that are just more progressive, that aren't strongly established. So I'm not concerned at all. Right now, I'm still in my Gate holdings. I'm not about to sell it. Single guy for you did point out, though, something very, very interesting, that one of the wallet addresses holds, I think they said 47 and a half, was around 47 to 49% one wallet address of Gate token. And what we just saw happen with Sheba, with Vitalik going and donating to the COVID India relief fund, that if someone suddenly just decided that whale address for Gate, they suddenly decided to sell, that it could really pull the rug for people. So that's just something to note, to be aware of. But let's go to Sheba now based on that, because of that sale. And let's just take a look at when Vitalik did sell, where are we at now? Hang on a sec. Let me just move this here. I need to go out of full screen. Bear with me. Let's just go move this down here. Hang on. I don't like to be like a negative Nancy here or naysayer. I just think it's important, as the market starts to pump more and more and people get really excited, you just got to have your critical thinking in place. Okay, let me just go Sheba. Let's just go to Sheba now. Let's just take a look at what is happening today with Sheba. And I mean, we look how far Sheba's come in this past few months. I mean, it went totally parabolic. And so if Sheba was really, really stuffed, and just think about, a few days ago, we had this, right, where over half of the Sheba coins were, I mean, you could say, they're not liquidated though for the fund, but it just created panic, right? It created panic. And so there was this dump, but this was echoed market wide. And also remember that Sheba pumped so hard recently as well, besides the Elon Musk news, because it came onto Gate Exchange and became available to a lot more people. But I am not concerned here, because you look at, even after the news of what people refer to as the Vitalik thing as a dump, a Sheba dump, which again, I'm not going to term it as a dump. You can see that it is still it's still strong, in my opinion. And I think that this is just, yes, there's some FUD that's been here, but I look at this more like it is a consolidation. So let's just we're going to do some predictions here, and then I'm going to show you, and we're going to compare, and I'm going to show you, I want you to see if you can spot the pattern that this is sort of like, it's market wide is what it looks like. So here we go. This, we're going to put here, this is the line of support for Sheba. Okay, so it's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, 13, 8. So let's say almost 14. 4 zeros, 14, like right around that. And let's just take a, it looks like it could break down slightly more. Where would that next line of support be? I'm going to have to zoom out here. I mean, that next line of support, it doesn't, like, it goes all the way back down really to here. I mean, that would be pretty scary if it starts to go down another 0. That's what we got to watch for in this week. Because I mean, is this a line of support here at 10, 11? Not really, sort of. So I'm going to just stick with this. This is going to be, it'll be very interesting to see what happens. And you can see that it is oversold here. There's very little volume right now for Sheba. And let's just put a trend line in. And I'm actually going to go from here, from this where it really just started to go another level to the downside. So let's just follow this. So what you want to watch in this next day, we should see more consolidation. And I want you to watch really, really carefully for this critical number of 4 zeros, 13, 8, 6, 9. Watch for that. If we break down below that, yeah, I mean, I don't know how much lower we're going to go. But what does this mean if we zoom out and we look bigger picture in the weeks ahead? Now, the other thing is, if we can move and we can start to get some volume and move to the upside, because I think that we had a super bullish week, then we've just had a bearish week with a lot of negative news. That means we're due for, I would say, maybe a neutral week, followed by 2 weeks from now, everything will start to go on a run again. Everyone will get all excited. It's like, yay, let's get the party going on again. To me, this is like a crypto hangover for people. But look here, if we just go back to, where was that first initial pump from here? I mean, that's May the 7th. That's not that long ago. I mean, Sheba pumped like crazy. So I think this is when we zoom out, things to me still look good. And what I'm anticipating, my prediction here, I would say that we're probably going to have 2-3 weeks of consolidation. This is me coming more on the conservative side. I say about 2-3 weeks of consolidation. So sometime early in June, hang on, let me just move this. This is in the way. I think, let's just go back to what that all-time high was. Let's grab a horizontal line. Let's go with red. Okay, here we go. Up here. Oh, I can't even get the picture in. There we go. And it gets tricky sometimes on my MacBook here. All right, what's that number? It was almost, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 8. So almost 4. So just to simplify, forget, like, you got your 4 zeros. So the support is at around just on 13.8, just under 14. And the resistance is at just under 4. I will be surprised if by the beginning of June, we're not going back to go on another pump again and go and retest for that all-time high. And then we could go on another little run with some more volume, more people coming in, because you've got to remember that some of the news that's coming, we've got Sheba swap and we've got bone and leash. And these are all exciting developments. And I don't think Sheba is just going to disappear. I just don't. It's had quite an impact. It's been in the global news. So I'm still bullish on Sheba. And I'm just praying to God, Spirit, the crypto gods, that US dollar Tether stays safe and that all is well. That's my only thing that I am concerned about and watching carefully, because my plan initially was to have some Sheba and stay in it for the longer term. And so more will be revealed with that. Now, let's go to Akita. So we're going to go to Akita next. Let's take a look at the pattern with that to see what it mirrors and what is different. For those, I hold Akita. I have Akita as well. So let's go full screen on Akita. And it's a very similar pattern. Can you see how the pattern's very similar? Now it didn't go down as much. It's holding. I think it didn't pump as much as Sheba, and it didn't crash as much as Sheba. It actually feels a bit more solid. So that's good. That is positive. Let's just go and look at these numbers here for what we can expect in the weeks ahead, so we can just have clarity on that. And again, we're going to go through this same. Let's go with the high, because I got that first. Hang on. Let's just add that in first. Let's come to the top here. Hang on. Bear with me. This is where it gets really tricky. I'm not going to go to I'll go candlestickish rather than wickish. 279. So we're looking at, I think, like that all-time high where it got rejected was at one. This is always like tricky for me with all these zeros. What is it? 1, 2. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros again? So it's just shy of 3. Let's just say 4 zeros and a 3. Right? So 3. And then let's put in our support to, again, just go bigger picture here. I always find, looking at the charts, looking at the numbers, it calms me down. It calms me down so that I can it helps me just get attuned, if that makes sense. For those of you more esoteric, you get what I'm saying. So that support is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, whoa, how many zeros are here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Was that 1, 2, 3, 4? Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, that's a big difference there. And then 5. This is what I find it challenging with these tokens that have so many zeros with them. Okay, let's get our trend line here. And I'm not going to go all the way from the top. I'm just going to go from here, from where we have this candlestick. I'm going to pull this line, follow all the way down here, similar to Sheba. Can you see we've got a similar pattern here within the next day? We should be able to see if Akita is going to break down even more, or if it's going to move to the upside. And if it moves to the upside, it's probably not going to go all the way up to test at this level here at the 2.7, the 3. It's more likely to, let's grab another horizontal line. Let's go orange. And I would say right around here. So we're looking more at 1.9, like around 2 instead of at 3. This is what you can expect, because if we take this line here, let's extend that trend line again. Let's just grab this. I want you just pay attention to this. Let's go back to here. All right. So this is what you're looking for. You're looking for, are we going to break down? And then if we break down, oof, how low can we go? I mean, yeah, it's like 5 zeros and then 1 5. I don't think that's going to happen. I just think it went through such a pump. Everyone got so crazily excited. And then some people just besides the whole Vitalik thing, people that got scared as well. They pulled out. Everyone will calm down. People will come back in. So I just, I'm still bullish on Akita as well. And then I think that just what will we see in the next couple of weeks, we'll go and retest here up to around that around 2. And then I think to go to that, to reach for that all-time high and then break through again, probably July. It's not going to happen overnight, I don't think, because they just went on such a big pump. And we've just had so much mania with Doge. Now, let's go and take a look at, let's go to lion, and then we're going to look at pig. Just do all the animals. Going to do animals here. All right, so lion just came on recently, was listed on Gate. And lion's holding pretty well, actually. I think that is actually quite solid. It hasn't been too much. Look, it was oversold here, but it bounced back then very, very quickly. We have some crazy candle wicks rather than sticks here, which says to me bots are in there. You got these bots, these automated bots. You got to just, please, like when something pumps like crazy, don't go and put a buy order in, because they then just go and pull their money out, and you're going at a price that is way above what it should be. Let's go green here. Let's just look at the support and start with that. So it has broken down below the line of support here, but it is still holding here. So this support for lion, oh, thank goodness, it's less zeros, 0, 0, 5.5, right? So that is that's the support that's there. And again, can you see the pattern? Let me know in the comments. Can you see the pattern of how all these things are retracing right now across the board? Okay, let's put in our trend line here. Let's go to here. And you can see it was just had a little moment where, well, look, you see, this is so out of the ordinary here. That's what I'm saying. This definitely had to be a bot. And then someone made some money there, and then it continued on its downward trend. And we got we had a little spike here, but it looks like a bot that went in there as well. So you got to, again, please pay attention to these things, especially if you're new, because I know a number of you here have been commenting you're new and you're figuring this out. And let me just say that in December 2020, I didn't even know what candlesticks were or candle wicks. I didn't know. I was like, what are these red and green things? I had no idea. So you can learn pretty quickly. I studied with Ivan on tech to get certified in trading and for doing technical analysis. And I am doing right now, I've been doing the algorithmic trading, not so much because I'm not going to do leverage trading. I'm going to stay away from that stuff. As a US citizen, I'm just not going to do it. I know you can do it on Kraken. It's legal, 5x. I'm just staying away from it. It's not for me. Just please be careful because of these bots. But partly I want to understand the algorithmic trading better, so that when I am doing research, when I am looking at stuff that, say, the Attorney General is doing studies on, and stuff that I just run a report from them recently, it helps give me a better understanding. And then hopefully that I can explain to you in a very simple way what is going on, so that you then know how to do your due diligence. The hardest thing is when you don't know, when you don't know what you don't know, if you don't know the right question to ask. So knowing what to ask then helps you have clarity to then figure out that best strategy that fits your specific situation. Let's just look at the high that we had here for lion. We'll go horizontal line. We're going to look at what's that resistance for it to go back and test, and how soon could that happen. I'm going to go to the top of the candlestick, and it was at 15.8, so 16, right? We're moving between, let's say, 5.5 and 16 was the all-time high there. And how soon can we go retest that? Again, I'm just going to watch in these days ahead here whether we are going to break down some more, if we're going to break down to around 4.2. And if we do, I mean, how much lower can it go? I would just imagine maybe a couple of weeks of consolidation, but I think it could break out sooner than, say, Sheba or Akita on this next leg up. And how quickly, I mean, it could go on quite a pump. It could, to go and retest, to go for that all-time high. It is a very, very new token. And it does have, I like its branding. I like the whole vibe of it. And so I do think that it is a token that could be definitely popular with people. So I think we should start to see it move to the upside in the next couple of weeks. Maybe in the next 10 days, it could go through a little boost up, and maybe a new line of support that could come in. Let me just go pink here. We could have a new line of, if it goes up to, oh, hang on a sec. Where did this go? Hang on. Let me just grab this. I just want to show you this, and then we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the next token. I think that we'll go up probably and retest right around here. Let's put this line here. So we'll look at this. Then it would have to go right now from 5.5 and go up to 7.5. And if it can just break through this in this next 10 days, then 7.5 could become that new line of support before it goes back up to test at the 16, at 16 there. So that's what you want to be watching for. Let's now move on to, and I think Lion's going to prevail. I don't think it's going to get wiped out, because I think it's, yeah, look at it from a branding perspective. It's pretty cool. Now let's go to Pig. Pig right now. Oh my God, I am absolutely slaughtered with Pig. Oh my God, it's brutal. I'm just going to show you a sec. Look at this. This is a shocker. This is a shocker right now for me. Because I want to just show you the good and the bad stuff. Here, my Ethereum's doing great. Harmony's doing great. VeChain's doing well. But yeah, Pig, I am absolutely slaughtered. It's just, right now. It's not fun. I have to be hit over the head with this. Don't buy when something's pumping. Wait for the pullback. Everything pulls back. Even Ethereum just went through a pullback. Bitcoin's gone through multiple pullbacks. There's always, when people say, oh, is it your last chance? There's always another chance. There's always another chance. Okay, so I'm upside down $3,352 right now. I'm not worried. I think things will come back. It'll come back. But yeah, I'm not enjoying this right now. And so let's just pop here. Let's just go and look at this. This is we'll just do the animal tokens today. This is the last animal I'm going to do. It's the last one. All right. So, Pig came on with massive volume, full on, strong. Oh my gosh. It bought somewhere like around here, I think it was. And then look at this retracement. It's just a shocker. But I think that because it's so new onto the exchange to Gate, this to me is it's consolidation. It's consolidation. I'm not worried, because we're not at the top of the bull run. And even though I have given my warnings of red flags for USDT, I'm still bullish on everything. I'm not worried. So, but I am concerned. Okay, let's just put this line in here. So hang on a sec. From where it came on, I mean, it's like almost back down where it got listed. Look at this. It's below where it came on. It came on here. This again, watch for this when this came onto the exchange, and right up here, this is where bots have you plow your money in, and then it very quickly retraces. So where we're at now is, let me see if I can count these zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 zeros. So 6 zeros and then 6. That seems to, that's the bottom right now. We can't, like, how much lower can we go? We can't go much lower. It can only go up from here for people who are pig holders. And I like the whole thing of pig. You know, I re-looked again. I was like, oh my God, is this just going to totally fall apart? It's on Binance Smart Chain. It has a black hole, so it burns forever the token to create more scarcity, and there's only 1 billion of them. So that's the positive thing. I just think it just, I don't think we're going to go through months of consolidation because we are in a bull market. And some people saying, oh, are we at the end? I don't think we're at the end. But let's just look at what can we expect in the next 10 days. Let's just look at like the next 10 days for PEG. I'm going to just give you a prediction on that. Let's go red. Let's put, here we go. This is the resistance to break through, and it's less zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's still 5 zeros. 1, hang on, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry, instead of 6 zeros, yeah, 5 zeros and then 15. That's, we're moving here in this. Now, let me just go and grab a trend line here. Let's grab that trend line and go with my favorite color, yellow. And we're going to go from here and we're going to pull it. And we're going to follow this line down here. So we're right at a point. I'm going to zoom out then. Let's just zoom out. I mean, just let me make this bigger. That's better. That's better. Just sticking on the 15-minute chart. So actually, let me just do it even more so to get that line more, get that clearer so you can better see it. Let's pull it down to the bottom here. Yeah, we're right at the point in the next few hours where we're going to see whether it breaks down some more and just goes rock bottom, or whether we can start to move to the upside again. I'm hoping it bounces. Now it could just go between this green and this green and red line that I have here. I mean, realistically, probably because of everything we've had in the market and the FUD in this past week, and people have been freaking out, I would say maybe, yeah, about 10 days to 2 weeks where it consolidates, it goes sideways. And then I think we could go on a run suddenly where it just, like what Sheba did the other day, where it pumped over 400%. We could go on a, yeah, suddenly memes, everyone's happy with meme coins again. It's all back in, everything's great. And it goes on another pump. And we would go back and maybe test up here at these, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, from 1.5 to sit around 6. So that's what I'm going to be watching for next. But I still, yeah, I don't think there's anything out of the ordinary here. You can see this is market wide. It's not like it's just one token in particular because of really bad news that is occurring. So there we go. That is my technical analysis today on the meme tokens, the animals, all the animals, and just, I'd say don't worry about anything. Just pay attention, watch closely in the weeks ahead. And if you are new to crypto, which some of you are, and you are looking to hop onto Gate, just make sure that whatever you do, you can afford to lose, because the market is, it's super volatile. And 1 minute, I mean, in Gate, my portfolio was a week ago, it was 62,000 specifically from my Gate holdings. And today it's 37,000 in 1 week. Yeah, it can swing like crazy. So just please, just be careful. All right. I'm Joanna Garzilli. This is Crypto Angel Network. Thank you again for subscribing to the channel. And let me know in the comments your thoughts on all of this. And if you hold any of those tokens, and also if there is any particular tokens that you want me to cover next. I'm sending you lots of love.